back to another AD update. I'm Andrew Galata, joined with Director of Athletics for Fordham, Ed Cole. Ed, it's been a very busy few weeks in Fordham athletics. So how are you doing?
Great, Andrew. Great to be with you. It's definitely been a busy few weeks, but all positive here for the Rams, and great to connect with you again.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely wanted to start off with basketball. So much excitement here at the Rose Hill Gym, and then also on the road with the women. Obviously, a really huge week for them. They started it off at Seton Hall, played amazing there. Just a wonderful win for them. Then they traveled to Notre Dame and just play in a historic arena and against a really good team. And then they come home in the Rose Hill Gymnasium, play Michigan State this weekend. What are your thoughts on this just amazing schedule and a lot of excitement around this women's team?
Yeah, a ton of excitement around women's basketball and Coach Gately's team. A lot of reasons to be excited by this non-conference schedule. Great win at Seton Hall, beating a Big East opponent on the road by 20-something points. Obviously, it's a tremendous victory and a great start to the season, bringing them to 2-0 after a great, tough victory against Quinnipiac, who's picked to be champions in their conference this year. And then last night was at Notre Dame in Indiana. Made that trip against recent national champions. Great venue, obviously great atmosphere there for women's basketball. Tough start, but I thought our ladies fought extremely hard, cut it down to 7, had a chance, and I think it just continues to show Coach Gately's style and approach, and how obviously our teams never quit and how they get better. And I think really that's what we're going to continue to see here with a tough non-conference schedule that's going to continue to lead to even future expedited development of our team for the A-10 conference. Sunday, Michigan State, Big Ten is here. Then during the week in Cancun, they'll take on Baylor, the other national champions. So tremendously difficult schedule. I've said this every time we bring up a topic. Coach Gately will play anybody, anytime. And I think it's really her not only positioning her team in terms of her confidence of what they could do, it's really showing her belief of their level of play, that they can compete with anybody, and how important it is for a Fordham University as well as even the Atlantic 10 Conference to take on a schedule like that for NCAA berth.
No, yeah, for sure. And, definitely a lot to be excited on the women's side, but also the men's side as well, starting off 2-1 in the Kyle Neptune era. And just seems so much excitement, especially at the Rose Hill Gym. Get the student section all packed out. And just it feels like so much more excitement into this program right now. And they'll also be heading down to Florida soon, so that'll be a fun trip for them as they try to build their identity as a team.
Yeah, I think well said, Andrew. I think you hit the nail on the head. I'm happy to hear you speak about the energy, enthusiasm, seeing the student section packed. It was very, very much important to us in terms of the new era with the new head coach here, and obviously this startup company process, this incubated process with Coach Neptune, and 10 new players and establishing a culture and environment for our program. Yeah, 2-1, obviously, it's a good start. Obviously, good little chemistry in terms of these new players. I think a lot of things to be excited about in terms of style of play, in terms of that energy, enthusiasm. You can see it in terms of being more entertaining style of play for our fan base. And we continue to lean on our student body to bring that energy, and hopefully continue to see some growth and development, which I think we will see in terms of these players continue to play with each other more.
For sure, the whiteout in the Rose Hill Gym coming up this weekend should definitely be a really fun weekend here on Rose Hill. And I also want to flip over to football in these fall sports. And Fordham, outstanding season, do fall to Holy Cross in basically a conference championship game. The atmosphere at Jack Coffey Field is outstanding. And just this team, what do you feel like the strides they made this year? Obviously, it doesn't end in a Patriot League championship, but still so much to be excited about going forward.
I'm so happy and so pleased with Coach Coleman and his staff and our football program in terms of the strides they've made this season. Tomorrow they take on Colgate, looking for the 7th win this year. A 7-win season obviously is a phenomenal year for Fordham football and Coach Coleman. A lot to be excited by and about. Last weekend, tough one against Holy Cross, obviously, as they won their 3rd Patriot League championship in a row, leading them at halftime. Great environment, as you put. Our students have been absolutely phenomenal in terms of their support, their energy, coming to football games, coming to basketball games, as you talked about earlier. The whiteouts, the promotions, the band, getting excited. We're blessed. We need our students. We're so lucky to have this campus energized and continue them to create a real home field, home court advantage for us. But I think the future is bright for football, and I think similar to our conversation about women's basketball, their tough non-conference really paid a lot of dividends I think, for their Patriot League conference. A lot of improvements, a lot of development, a lot of dividends from certain players, and I think it's only going to continue to grow for next year as we welcome a lot of these players back.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun with the whole getting that extra year of eligibility because of COVID. You see a lot of players probably returning, so that will definitely be a lot of fun on the gridiron. But then also some other fall sports competing in championships, A10 championships, and volleyball, and then also water polo in their conference as well. Just what can you say about the success that they've had and kind of going forward into their conference championships?
Yeah, I think we couldn't be happier this semester in terms of the success of our programs and our teams. To be in this position here at Thanksgiving week. Health-wise, we got through the pandemic safely. Got back some normalcy, a lot of success. Whether it was men's soccer again in the A10 tournament, volleyball again in the A10 tournament, water polo wins the conference championship. So great to see the momentum here into the fall. We wish volleyball good luck tonight. They play at 5 o'clock. Water polo continues. Obviously, their tremendous run of being a nationally ranked program as they look towards the NCAA. And let's fingers crossed here as we continue to have a good, strong finish to the fall semester.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. And as you said, kind of Thanksgiving week now and just so much to highlight, I guess, from the fall. What was kind of your big takeaways from this fall here?
I'm really pleased, and as I look back, it's hard to look back right in the midst of obviously everything we have going on and a busy weekend, another busy week, but so pleased that we were able to continue to navigate the pandemic the way we did. Tremendous success in terms of our student athletes, our staff, our coaches, maintaining safety, not having any competitions impacted, not having any cancellations or rescheduling. So super blessed and super excited by that. And hopefully we continue to move past that. And then I think I'm really most excited by the energy and enthusiasm of our student body. Whether it was late night on the hill, whether it's been our football games, whether it was homecoming weekend and Hall of Fame night, whether it was family weekend, I just love the energy our student body is bringing to our athletic events. I think it's a true core of who we are from the school spirit and school pride standpoint. I hope that continues even through this, obviously in between semester and to next semester. I want to make sure that athletics is a true piece of the entire student experience for our student body.
And as you mentioned, a very busy weekend going into next week for the Fordham Rams and Fordham Athletics. So what's kind of a rundown here for athletics programs?
Yeah, busy weekend. So tonight, the Atlantic 10 Championship Tournament for volleyball, of course. Wishing our ladies the best of luck there as they continue to compete up in Pittsburgh. Swim is at the Bucknell Invitational. Water polo has the Mid-Atlantic Regional Championships. So we wish them nothing but the best of luck. Squash has Washington and Cal this weekend, so our squash program is a pretty busy and active weekend. And then, of course, cross country is at the ECACs, so we wish them the best of luck. And then getting into Thanksgiving week, as you touched on, men's and women's basketball hit the road for their tournaments, this holiday week tournaments. Women being in Cancun, including playing Baylor, which will be a must-watch TV event. And then the men are down at the Naples Fort Myers Golf Classic, so another busy one here for Fordham Rams, for sure.
For sure.
And of course, football finishes up at Colgate.
Yeah.
So we'll
very busy weekend.
It's extremely busy weekend. Yes.
Before we let you go, Ed, definitely wanted to ask you one question. I always see on social media, I always see all the awards from our great athletes. What's the rundown for the weekly awards here for our Fordham Rams?
Yeah, another busy week of weekly awards for our student athletes. Luke McNamara, men's soccer, was chosen all conference team, all championship conference team. So congrats to Luke. Volleyball, Whitley Moodley was second team all conference for volleyball. Congrats to Whitley. It's very impressive. Asia Dingle in her welcome week of women's basketball, 8-10 player of the week. What a great way to start her career at Fordham University. We're very lucky and happy to have Asia a part of our family. And how can we forget Sister Jean joining the Atlantic 10 Conference. We again welcome and are so excited to have our Jesuit friends from Chicago join the 8-10 Conference. Great addition by Commissioner Bernadette McGlade. Tremendous leadership, I think, by Commissioner McGlade. Aggressively getting involved in realignments right now, which I know is all over the place in our country, really solidifying the strength of the Atlantic 10 Conference. Of course, specifically it being a basketball premier conference for men's and women's, but I'm super excited to have Loyola Chicago be a part of our family.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Sister Jean down in the Rose Hill Gymnasium once a month.
I love it, and we've talked a lot about this. It'll be Sister Jean, and we're bringing our sister Ann, and we'll have a fun afternoon or a fun evening together, of course.
For sure. Thank you so much for your time,
My
man.
pleasure, Andrew. Thanks for having me.